Hello to all my lively ladies, and you're very welcome to today's workout. And we are going to concentrate on building a strong bodies in our 50s and beyond. Okay, let's get ourselves warmed up before we head into our strength workout today. So just crisscrossing the arms, and while I'm doing that, I'm retracting my shoulder blades here behind. So just warming up those posture muscles and getting the legs going so that we bring up the heart rate to get our bodies warm overall. Okay, and you can move off the spot as well, forward and back. Even if you have a small space, just use up what you have there available to you. Now, while we warm up, I'll tell you about today's workout. So we have 12 exercises. We're going to have a short break at the end of the first round and come back and repeat them. And I do like to do that with strength training, just to let your wrists relax after gripping dumbbells and just to allow the muscles to rest as well. Let's punch out the ceiling. I have a 10-50 sequence today, so 10 to rest, 50 to work. If 50 seconds to work is too long for you, you can reduce that work time down to 40. That means you'll rest out for 20 seconds. Now I have my chair here for a few of the exercises. So I'm going to do a seated shoulder press. Let's punch out the front now, keep the legs doing the same thing. You can do this shoulder press standing if you like, but I think it's nice to actually mix it up. So I'm going to add a seated shoulder press today. We are also going to go down onto the floor for two exercises, exercises 11 and 12. So I'm going to go down, we're going to do some leg curls on the floor, just walking the heels in towards your bottom to work the hamstrings, and then a bridge to work the glutes and the hamstrings. Now, if you don't want to go to the floor, I'll show you an upright version of those exercises, okay? Bridge, you can try on the bed if you want to. It actually works well on the bed if you can't get to the floor. But if you don't want to do that, I'll just show you. You can just do some glute raises on the chair, okay? Let's do 4 more here. 3, 2. Now let's cross the legs over the body and kick and kick. Let's see, are we using the chair for anything else? Yes, we're going to do a knee tuck. Now you don't have to do that on a chair even. You can do it lower down on a coffee table. That makes it a little bit more intense. Or you can go all the way just down onto the mat or the floor if you want to do your knee tucks. Now we're going to do a knee tuck where you drive your knee in under your, right up to your tummy. Okay, and then you're going to, same leg, we're going to cross over to your opposite hand. Now it sounds complicated, but I'll show you now in a second, just so you know what's coming up. Let's cross the arms over in front of the chest here and wake up those chest muscles and the front of the shoulder. That's it, good. Now you should feel your inner thighs warming up as well here, particularly if you turn that toe out a little bit. Rotate that foot for me. And nice big stretch there for the chest. Good, well done. Feeling all those cracks and all those creaks coming out of the shoulder joint here. Well done. Okay, let's do 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now hold those feet about shoulder distance, little seat and reach above your head. Now I'm bringing back the sumo squat today because I do think it's a great squat if you have trouble kind of lowering the hips to the floor. So it's just a very exaggerated point of the toe rather than a regular squat. And we're going to add in a high pull, all right? So it'll be working the upper and the lower half of the body. So we may as well do it here while we're squatting. Let's practice it. So you can see the toes are very pointed out for sumo. And then we're going to add in a high pull. We'll pull the weights back. Now, if you have a selection of weights, keep them handy because you might be able to go heavier, particularly with this exercise here, where you're using these big muscle groups in the legs and the glutes to help you lift a little bit more weight. And then you might have to drop down for a few of the upper body exercises because they are smaller muscle groups. Good. And 2 and 1. And stretch across. Good. And reach and reach. And I hope you're getting in your strength workouts a couple of times a week, at least 2. If you could aim for 3, that would even be better. So you're lifting weight or resistance at least 2 to 3 times a week, and that's really important for bone density. So particularly when we get into our late 40s, 50s, you're hitting those menopausal years and then beyond, we don't have that estrogen or estrogen to protect the bones anymore. So it's important that we do something most days of the week to help to preserve bone density. So anything like weight bearing, like walking, is great. Running is good, but I know a lot of people find running hard on the joints. Let's cross over the body here. Weights are absolutely wonderful. Make sure you're picking a weight that you can actually feel fatigue coming into the muscle towards the end of the set. That's important, that you're challenging the muscles to keep them dense and strong. Good. Let's do 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Okay, let's get started. Now, just before we start, let you go ahead with your little stationary walks to get your ankles warmed, and I'll show you that knee tuck. I want to show you that knee tuck here. So what you're going to do is place your hands firmly on the chair. Now actually make sure the chair is pushed up against something or it's going to start sliding, especially if you're on a wooden floor. All right, so abs engaged, pull that belly button in, going to drive the knee onto your belly button and then over to your opposite hand. Extend it behind you, forward, under the belly button, over to the opposite hand, extend that leg. And we will do the other leg round 2, because don't forget we have 2 rounds of this today. Okay, right, we're ready to start. Right, looking forward to my strength workout. I hope you are too. Now the first exercise is the sumo and the high pull. So we've done that in the warm-up, so we're familiar with that one. Okay, make sure you have a mat and all handy as well if you're going to the floor. Right, let's get ready. So make sure your toes are very exaggerated, abs are engaged, retracting the shoulder blades there and pulling back. We have the seated shoulder press coming next. Like I say, you don't have to sit down. Sometimes it's nice though. It teaches you how to get into neutral spine. So when you're sitting on the chair, I'm going to just sit close to the edge of the chair. And we're going to drop our pubic bone down towards the chair, and that really teaches you neutral spine. Okay, if you're not sure where your pubic bone is, if you remember, we spoke about the pelvis being like a triangle, your 2 hip bones there, those 2 bony protrusions. You feel either side of your hips. When just down here in the middle, you have your pubic bone. Pull back, there you go. Well done. Now let's find that neutral spine. So you don't want to be slouching or going backwards or too far forward. Find that triangle and push your pubic bone down into the chair. Good. So you should feel like your back is very straight, no curve, no rounding of the back. That's it. Breathe out to lift weight above your head. I stuck with the heavier weights for this one, so I'm feeling them straight away. Breathe out, breathe in. Good. Now we have the knee tucks coming next, so we'll be putting the weights down. Have in your mind what way you want to do it. Do you want to do it up high on a chair? Go lower to a coffee table or all the way to the floor? That's super, super advanced. That's tough. The one on the floor is quite challenging. Well done. Okay, now let's get our chair around, push it up against something, like I say, so it doesn't move on you. Right, abs engaged, tuck the knee, other leg. Now just focus on one side. We'll do the other side round 2. Good. And under and over. Now we're going to work the shoulders next, so that'll be challenging after this particular move because your shoulders are actually supporting the weight of your body here. So just be aware of that when you're lifting your weights. Good. Now make sure you know what leg you're doing here. You have to switch around for round 2. So tuck the knee under and over. Tuck the knee under and over. Okay. Now, I might head down to a lighter pair, just because the shoulders have been very worked there, even though it's very stationary for the shoulder. All right, so we are doing front raise, lateral raise, front raise, lateral raise. Good. Oh, I can feel all those cracks coming out of the shoulders here this morning. And lift. Good. Squeeze the water out of those sponges for me. And lift. Now, next move is a side leg raise and a pec deck. Okay, one leg, one side only. Pec deck will be both arms moving. Then we're going to repeat the other leg, the following exercise, but we'll change it to a chest press. So we'll be hitting that chest nicely today. And lift. Good work. Now my upper half's feeling a little bit fatigued, so I'll stay with these weights. So we're just doing a side leg raise and a pec deck. Okay? Pull your belly button in before you begin. Side leg raise. Try and get that move down first. Don't lean too far to the side. Okay, so none of this. All right? Good. Use your abdominals. Now squeeze out that muscle there at the side. Now you have to focus here. Slow it down. Slow it down. Good. We're working on our strength. Slow it down. Gently place that foot back on the floor. Good. Nice and slowly. Well done. Good reps. That's it. We're going to get good reps in here. We'll do the other leg next with the chest press. So you're probably feeling that upper half burning a little bit now. Good. Well done. Very good. Now if you want to, you can go straight away, or you can just get the leg going in your rest period. That's it. Remember now, we're changing to chest press here. So push the weights out, draw them back. Now we're multitasking a little bit here. So focus in on that hip area. And once you feel comfortable there, squeezing, releasing, head up and think about the top part. That's it. Well done. Trying to fit as many muscle groups into our time here. Feeling a burn in that upper half in particular, yes. Now back flies next. So we're going to work the opposing muscle groups to the chest next. Okay, those posture muscles. Keep going, about 10 seconds now. Can you hang in there with me? Feeling the burn. Use your breathing to get through. Well done, okay. Right, I think I'll go up for the back flies here. All right, now, so get yourself into position. Stick that bottom out behind you. Good. Again, keeping the neck relaxed. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, nice and gently. Excuse me. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. We're going to go for a travel squat next and shoulder press. That's it. Squeeze and release. You should be feeling that back muscle working, that upper half in particular, after those 3 in a row. That's it. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Now you should feel tension around that belly button. Draw the belly button to the spine. Just there. Come on, get another one in for me. Well done. Okay, travel squat. So we're just going to travel across the room. Sit your hips down, and we've got a shoulder press at the end of it. Come up tall. Strict shoulder press now. Because it's strict, no legs. That makes it a little bit more challenging. So that might determine what weight you can use. Okay, stand up and reach. Down, cross the room, stand up and reach. Sit your hips down, cross the room. Don't rush this again now. Come up tall and reach. Sit down and then make your way across, hips down, chest up. That's it, and up. Sit yourself down. Don't worry if you feel a little bit stiff round 1, I usually do. And that's another reason why I like to get that second round in. Okay, come up and we just finish out. Now, one side dumbbell snatch. Okay, so We're going to reach up, watch for anything above the head there. We'll do the other side next. Very much like your dumbbell swing or kettlebell swing if you like to use kettlebells. Now, squeeze out the rear. Don't let the dumbbell go past your ear. Make sure you stop here and you don't go beyond that point, or you'll end up arching your back. Good, nice straight torso as you come up there. Good, nice hinge of the hips here. That hinge of the hips keeps them healthy and mobile. Good. Couple more seconds. We'll do the other side. Well done. Safely bring the weight down. So you notice I brought it in, tucked it in, and brought it down gently. And keep the elbow tucked into your side, not flaring out, particularly if your weight's a bit on the heavier side. Other side. Okay. Reach. Use that other arm there for counterbalance. Breathe out, breathe in. Good work. Keep going. This one might get your heart rate up. A little bit of strength versus cardio here. Are you squeezing the glutes? Squeeze out. Squeeze, good. Should be feeling the muscles working now here, upper and lower, and even your tummy. This is wonderful abdominal strength here. Just bringing that rib cage down towards the legs. Good, it really works those abdominals. Well done. Keep going for the last few seconds. Now we're going to head down onto the floor now. All right, grab your mat. Now if you don't want to go to the floor, you can do leg curls on the chair. I should have shown you this earlier, sorry. So you can do your leg curl on the chair, okay? Now for anyone that is coming down with me, we are just going to walk the legs in and walk them all the way out. Try and keep your hips up. Good. Well done. We have another round, but so don't worry, we don't get too many in this round, this set. Good. Well done. See if you can get your heels up to that bum and then walk them all the way out. Okay, up onto the chair now if you find this a little bit tricky. It's hard to hold the hips up for this one. Now we are staying here, lower yourself down, we're going to do a bridge. Now if you don't want to do a bridge on the floor, let me show the people on the floor first and then I'll go up on the chair, get you settled here. So we know our bridge, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. And coming up, squeeze those glutes there. Work away with that. If you can't get to the floor, come up to the chair. And we're just going to lift and lower. Squeeze and lower. I'll just stay here now. If you want to go onto the floor, remember what leg you're working here on the chair, because round 2, you're going to have to switch over. Okay, one leg at a time if you're up on a height. You can make this a little bit harder by going to a coffee table or something lower, an exercise step. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Well done. Okay, feeling the glutes there. Right, let's have a little water break. Good. And we'll rest out the wrists. The wrists are actually feeling worked there with the gripping the dumbbells and on the chair. So I'll see you back here in a moment for round 2. Hello everybody, you're very welcome back. Now let's get going with round 2. Sumo squat, high pull. So again, choose the weight that you want to use here. All right. So I'm going to go with these ones. I think these work nice because it's such a big, you're using big muscle groups here to get you through the exercise. So again, you'll get that heavier weight out. Do you really feel how much muscles are working here in that lower half? Yeah. Try and press the weight into your heels. Good. And pull back. That's it. Well done. And pull back. Good. Keep going. Really feeling those back muscles working there. Good work. Seated shoulder press is next, so have that chair handy if you're sitting, I should say. Or of course you can always do it standing, like I say. Now again, we'll try and get that pubic bone to head down to the chair so that you're not leaning back too far or sitting back too far forward, sitting too far forward. Right, let's go. Good. Breathe out. Good. Now the knee tuck is next. So we have to do the opposing leg or the opposite leg. Opposite leg for that. Choose or think in your head what way you want to try it. Up high on the chairs. A little less intense. Down onto the coffee table, a little harder, and then the floor is quite challenging to do for close to a minute. Good. And breathe out. Really feeling the burn with the shoulder press today. I don't know whether it's just the two in the row, this sumo high pull and this one. I'm going to continue now to work the shoulders with the chair exercise. Again, keep your chair safe. Don't let it wander away. All right, abs engaged, knee tuck, and then the other side. Good, you're feeling the tummy crunching there. It's actually a wonderful abdominal exercise done in your plank position. Well done. We have our front raise, lateral raise next, and then we'll head into some chest work. That's it, good. And across. Try and minimize swing as much as you can. You might get a little bit of momentum going there, but do your best to minimize it as much as you can. Ooh, feeling those abs working hard. And a lovely stretch for the back. That's it, good. Drive that knee under and just finish it there. Well done. Okay, nice bit of work there. Right, let's go for our front raise. Front raise, lateral raise. Okay, get a good stance now before you start. Pull your belly button to your spine. Front and lateral. So we're just working the front of the deltoid there and then moving out to the side. Deltoid meaning your shoulder. Breathe out. Good. And slow it down. That's it again. I'd like 10, 12 good reps maybe, as opposed to 20 odd junk reps, as I like to call them, where you're just rushing through and not feeling the exercise. Now that side leg raise is next with our pec deck. Good. And lift. Well done. And shoulders are burning. Shoulders are burning. Okay, now we'll start with the other leg. Side leg lift. You can get that motion going in the 10 seconds if you want to. Okay, and then we'll go pec deck first and then chest press for the opposite leg. Now I have to fight hard here using my tummy muscles to stop me from leaning like this over to the side. Good, try that. Really switch on your tummy. Well done. Open and close. Open and close. Good. Just tap your toe gently on the ground there, just to regain balance. That really does help. Nice wide opening there for the chest, stretching it out, and work the chest as the weights come in. That's it. Good. Adduction or adduction. Okay, other side. Now we can get the leg going. So adduction, just adding to the body, bringing the weights in close to the midline, means you're working your chest there, that one in particular. Okay, so just bringing the limbs in closer to the body is adduction. Good. Now the leg here is abduction, ABD. It's going away from the midline. Good. Are you feeling an upper body burn? Yes, I sure am today. Shoulders are really feeling this. Good, and pull back. Keep going, feeling it into the chest now as well. Well done. We've got those back flies next. Keep moving. A few seconds left. Come on, squeeze out those little hip muscles there. Glute medius, glute minimus. Well done. Okay, right, let's get going now. I'm going to head up again for the back flies. Okay, my goodness, my chest and shoulders are they really feel the heat out of them. Right, stick the bum out behind you, abs engaged. Good. And lift. Now let's gently bring those shoulder blades together behind, working those opposing muscle groups. Good. And squeeze. Squeeze. Well done. Now we have our travel squat and shoulder press next. If your shoulders are really fatigued, you can leave it out and just focus on traveling across the room with a heavier pair of dumbbells if you want to. That's perfectly fine. Good, we've done a lot of shoulder work today, and we do in a lot of the videos. That's it, good. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Okay, let's make our way over to travel. You're going to sit into a narrow squat first and then open the legs. All right, let's go. Travel across. Stand up tall and a strict shoulder press. Now again, you can leave that bit out if you want to. Good. Because you might prefer just to do this like this, going back and forth, holding that tension in your legs. That's another option. Okay, you choose what you like to do there. Now we have a dumbbell snatch coming next. One side. Good. Keep going. And then we'll head in, and then the other side for the dumbbell snatch. Then we'll head into the mat work or whatever you want to do there. I always feel like the mat work just flies in so fast. Okay, well done. Let's put one weight down. And we'll head in now to a dumbbell snatch, watching anything above your head. Okay, stick the bum out behind you. Good. Now don't just drop the chest. Bend your knees slightly and let your hips go behind you, okay? And then you're bringing those hips forward, squeezing out the glutes. Very much like a dumbbell swing. Good. Squeeze out your bottom and squeeze. Squeeze, well done. So hinging at the hips and then firing the hips forward, controlling the move. Reach up. Use that breath. Good. Last few seconds. Keep going. Well done. Bring the weight down close to your body. Keep it nice and safe. All right, now we're heading into the next one. Okay, get yourself into position, keeping those tummy muscles engaged. Good. And reach. Reach up. Good work. Again, watching that the arm does not go past that earlobe. You shouldn't feel strain in your lower back. Nice and tall. Good. This is where having a mirror really comes in handy. Good. Now, have that mat handy if you're heading down to the floor. If you want to do those leg curls on the chair, that's perfectly fine. Just rest your hands on the chair, curl your leg forward and back. Now you are going to have to do both legs. So you'll have to pause the video. I'm not sure if I said that for you round one, but you have to pause the video and get both your legs done, okay? Because down on the floor we get two done together. Okay, now down we go. Leg curl and then into bridge. Okay, down we go. Now, up, hold that position, walk those legs out, and then walk them back in. And it's a very small range of movement, but you can really feel the hamstrings. Now, if you walk on your heels, that's it, keep the toe up, you'll really switch on the hamstrings. So if you're on the chair there, just work one side, pause the video, get the other side done, And then try your glute squeezes. You can either try them up on a bed or you can do the glute squeezes I showed you on the chair in round 1. Again, you're going to have to separate those legs. All right, now, okay, so get ready, bring yourself up. Don't go too high with bridge, squeeze the glutes, and then work your way down vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, hands are resting on the floor, neck is relaxed, and squeeze. And nice and slowly all the way down. And this is a nice one to include in a cool down as well. Good, vertebrae by vertebrae and all the way to the floor. And squeeze, don't let your knees cave in. Try and keep the knees very stationary here. You can make this glute bridge harder if you want to by raising your feet up on a surface like a small household step, an exercise step, a coffee table, or even one leg bridge is very challenging. Give that a go. You'll really feel your glutes burning there. And there we go. We made it through today. Well done. Let me switch off our timer. Good work. That was great. So don't forget, hold on, I switch this off. If you can't get to the floor, and I do know some people have trouble getting to the floor, you always have alternatives. Always remember you have alternatives by just going up on a height onto a chair. But again, of course, because you're up there on a chair, you're going to have to do both legs one at a time, okay? Or you can alternate, but I think it's best to stick to one, do one and then do the other. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Don't forget to do your cool down. As always, I'll link up my cool down playlist. You'll find it in the description box underneath this video. Lots of cool downs to choose from there. And don't forget to hydrate. So even in the cold weather, we are still sweating, particularly for exercising. So get your water in as well. And I will see you in the next video. Big thumbs up to you. See you soon.